Hey there, everybody. So this is Come Come Emmanuel, my arrangement for the jazz band, but for anyone that really wants it, for ukulele. Now this is a tenor ukulele, so it's going to be the same fingerings. It's going to be the same chord structure as a concert ukulele and a soprano ukulele, but not a baritone, because they're not. The baritones are tuned differently. Okay, so right out of the gate, the chords we're going to be dealing with are E minor, C, D, A minor, and G. Now for ukulele, some chords are harder than others, but they tend to be not nearly as stretchy as the guitar because you're dealing with 4 strings instead of 6. So I want to show you what these look like. So our first one we run into the most is going to be E minor. E minor, 1, 2, 3. Very nice. So E minor looks more complicated than it really is. It's a cascade chord, which means you get 1 on one fret, and then the finger's on the next fret, it's on the next string, it's on the next fret, and the next string. Just pull it right on down. So on the first string here, which is the A string, I press down the second fret, it turns it into a B, and then on the not talking guitar anymore, the E string, pressing down the 3rd fret, and then the 4th fret on the C string. Creates our E minor chord, because the G's up here. Very nice. Okay, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, great. The C chord on a ukulele is very simple. Boom. That's it. 3rd fret on the first string here, on the A string. C, no problem. C major, beautiful. Now D can be played a couple different ways. What we're going to cover are these 3 strings here on the 2nd fret. You can go 1, 2, 3, and try to do it that way. That's fine. Some people have a hard time it cramps up their fingers. They're too close. So the other way to do it is to take your thumb and wrap it around and press down really hard. Whichever one you prefer. I might try both when I do the run through. Now we're back to E minor after that one. Whoa, that's wrong. Yeah, if that ever happens to you, just bump it all down one. And then we do E minor again. Beautiful. Followed by C. Followed by D. Followed by E minor again. All right, so now we're into the B section. B section starts with A minor. A minor is another really easy chord on the ukulele. Just press down this one. Just this one right here. Very easy, right? So I'm talking about the 2nd fret on the G string. Turns it into an A. And a nice little A minor chord. Beautiful, beautiful chord. Now, after that is G major. If those of you playing guitar, you'll notice G's formation is very similar to D. So we're talking 2nd fret on the C string, 2nd fret on the A string, 3rd fret on the E string. There we go. Easy peasy right there. That's G. And then we follow that up again with our good old-fashioned D. And then we get a rest. We do G again. Followed up with A minor. And then back to G. Very good. Now we have our D for the rejoice section. Whoop. Followed by A minor. Dun, 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 dun. And that's especially okay because I understand you're going to go from a simple chord to one that requires one finger to another that requires 3. I understand. You kind of jump. Then we do E minor again, followed by D. Yeah, I'm going to do the other way, and then E minor. Right, make sure that looked okay, and then I'll play it for you. Sit tight. Fingers hurt, but that's okay. Suck it up. All right, so I'm going to play this for you now. I'll go through it a couple times just so we can get it down. The E minor is probably one of the hardest, not the hardest, but it's when you're first picking up ukulele, it looks a little intimidating, but it's really not so bad. The G is actually one I dislike more because it doesn't cascade, it's kind of crunched. Alrighty, here we go. Press down nice and hard. Good. Da, 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 da. Rest, rest. Da, 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 da. 1, 2. Da, 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 da. You can repeat that ad nauseum as much as you want. Usually people repeat the rejoice section. As you can see, they're just different instruments. The ukulele has certain chords that are easier to figure out, and same thing with the guitar. It's funny because like a C major chord in ukulele is easy, so easy to do. But then C, when you're first learning guitar, is kind of cascade. It jumps around, or doesn't jump around it. It spills over the fretboard a little bit. And when you're first learning, you want stuff like E minor, but E minor here is the one that spills over the fretboard. So it's it's a little backwards. I don't mind. Sorry, I jumped around a little bit. I wasn't quite perfect on it, but I did make sure to impact correctly. I may rush a little to get there, but again, we're learning this together, and that's fine. To my ukulele players, try to jump. It's more important that you hit that first impact. Whoop, that's not the right E minor. It's very important that you hit the first impact with your E minor and like hit it and move to your next chord. Hit and move to the next chord. Hit and move to the next chord. Because that first resonance is going to work a lot better than the struggling around. I want you to make sure you're there. Make sure you get there first before you impact. Make it solid. Boom. C chord. Got it, right? That'll be the most helpful. Okay. I hope that helps, folks. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.